Concert Crew Podcast, we back again.
Yes.
Today, we celebrating, man. We celebrating the Score's 25th anniversary. This is the sophomore album from the Fugees, consisting of Wyclef Jean, Proswell, Lauryn Hill. Came out in the year of 1996, early on in the year. But fellas, man, we're going to talk great year in hip hop. We're going to talk about this album. Its impact, its influence, and all that. First of all, man, we want to welcome back to the Concert Crew Podcast, man. We got some family with us to talk this hip hop talk. Welcome back, Easy, man. Welcome back.
Yo,
what's
up,
good,
fellas?
What's
chillin'.
Man? So we gonna get right into you, family, man. So we gonna get right into this hip hop talk right here. The climate in 1996 at the time that the Score came out in hip hop. What was going on?
96. You got the Nas, Wu. Death Row was still big. Maybe like the East and West Coast was starting to brew before it really got
that dude
what
brought
it
the
is.
East back. This is
big. Can't forget
East
big.
Coast. East Coast is.
What side would you
East
say?
Coast.
What side would you say was in control?
You said the dude brought it back. What dude brought it back?
Who? B.I.
A big brought it back.
I would say definitely East Coast heavy at this point.
It definitely East Coast heavy.
96.
Yeah.
Biggie, Nas, Wu, Raekwon, then the solo Raekwon, Mobb D.
Little Swords came out.
Dropped that year.
It was,
that double album by Tupac.
No, this is 96. What we're talking about, where's it at?
That's
prior to the
yeah.
album.
That's still 96.
Well, I think
at this time, Pac didn't drop.
Well,
right?
Well, it's actually the same day.
It's the same day. Okay.
Well, I think at this time, I think it was East Coast heavy, and I think when Pac came out, it started to like the West Coast was getting a slight run back with him.
Yeah.
I give him credit for being. I don't even know if he was, but that's the first double diss I seen. I give him credit for that.
He brought the energy back to the West though.
Hip hop was he was the first one.
Yeah, he could have. That could have been one diss though.
Yeah, that's another discussion. But
I mean, we side note. I just know they played that CD to death that summer. That dropped.
No, dog, that shit had heavy bangers on there, dog. All Eyes on Me.
They played it to death. I got tired of that CD.
You got tired of it?
I mean, they just played it. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of him.
Oh, okay.
But it's just that the city just loved it, embraced it so much.
It was tough. It was passion.
They played that joint hard.
They did.
Yeah, I think East Coast was heavy, but I think West Coast with Pac was the energy was coming back there. But East Coast, I feel like just came off the year before, just came off a hell of a run where they bought it back. 94 and 95 with Biggie and Nas, Illmatic and Ray to Die.
Lyrically, the East had it.
Oh yeah,
easy.
Easy.
Lyrically had it. I mean, you had Biggie, Nas, like the Wu.
Yeah. With you right about that.
Deep.
I was looking at more of like the what you heard on the on the radio type thing.
But Bad Boy owned the radio though.
Yeah,
they was heavy with the remixes.
I mean, heavy remixes.
Singles.
I mean, Biggie features.
Well, Pac came home and they did that California Love. That was gone. That was gone. West Coast definitely came hard with that. Where were the Fugees at this point of their career before this album dropped? You think?
Nowhere.
I
wasn't checking for them.
I didn't
at all.
I think I might have seen a video for them for their first album, but I didn't know much about the Fugees at all. I ain't even gonna lie.
I'm gonna go out and say, and you can say what the fuck you want about me. I thought this was the first album.
You know what? I mean,
I'd
rather admit the first album.
I can't say I disagree with that. I can't say I disagree.
If you say, what was their first single on their first album,
I do remember seeing.
Give me a lifeline.
The Nappy Heads video.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I remember seeing that where Wyclef was shaved his head and doing
around bald-headed,
like the Onyx type look for whatever reason.
It is. When they came out, you didn't know which way these guys were gonna go. You know what I mean? But it was different because there's a guy and a girl.
Yeah,
so that was different. That was
you just going to discard Bryce? You just said a guy.
No, it's two guys and a girl.
It wasn't plural.
It wasn't
plural. That guy wasn't plural.
Oh, two guys and a girl. Yeah. I mean, it should have been a guy and a girl.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it right there. Yeah, it should have been a guy and a girl.
What year Shotters come out? Wasn't Prize and Shotters?
Oh, that was after Belly.
That's like 2000.
Yeah,
that long ago?
99, 2000?
Never mind. I tried to put you in the loop.
Now he was in Shotters.
Wyclef?
Okay,
yeah.
Wyclef.
Damn,
See?
Prize had the best beard in the album cover.
Prize had Ghetto Superstar though.
That was what.
That was because what's his name?
What was that movie?
Bulworth.
Yeah.
You know who made that song?
Maya.
Nah.
ODB.
Yeah, where.
Maya wasn't.
Yeah, she
okay.
sang the hook and everything.
Yeah,
but
she was on the song too. Yeah. I didn't know. Like I said, I didn't know much about. I didn't hear the first album. I might have seen that video a couple times, but if you asked me who the Fugees were at that point, I wouldn't have been able to give you much.
I heard that first album. Trash.
Yeah, you wouldn't have heard it when it came out.
I mean, somebody had it. I don't know who had it, but I heard it.
Somebody
brought it. I know I ain't buy it. I didn't know. Let me check it out. Like,
how did they sound though? It
was a different type of.
I heard some songs from it, but it honestly had nothing that made me want to grab that.
Yeah, it was nothing want to grab it.
What can you compare their sound to when their first album?
Back then, they was different. I mean, I give them that.
Tribe almost.
They were not Tribe.
Oh shit! You said Tribe?
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying like the vibe of them like being different at the time.
It wasn't like because everybody was still on that wave of like the DOS Effects.
Yeah,
everybody was still eating off of that.
What year did that album come out?
That had to be, I don't know, somebody look it up. I forget.
I'm looking up now.
It's like
It had to be maybe 94,
93 or something like that.
There's no way I was checking for the fucking Fugees.
Nah, you wouldn't.
Because nobody knew who they was. So you had to, if nobody knew who you was, you had to come with something hot in the beginning. It had to be probably like 94, 93. You see?
Yeah.
I'm looking it up now.
So let's talk about Columbia. In 1996, was they looked at as a big record label as far as hip hop? You had Nas on there.
They had Nas.
So you see
Nas and the Fugees, right?
Yeah,
but the Rough House, the Rough House imprint was under Columbia. So
94, Blunted in Reality. Blunted on Reality.
Yeah, nobody checking for that in 94. I don't know. Was they looked at as a big hip hop label? I would say no, because all I knew was really Nas. Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure other people were signed to him, but Nas is really
the hip hop scene
who was moving and shaking. Because I think he pretty much started that division in Columbia and all that. So that's all I knew.
Was it heavy reggae? You know they had the little twang to them.
Oh, the blunted joint was it more reggae sound to E? Nah, not even that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It has some island type feel.
Yeah, Haitian, right?
So Haitian, island feel type, whatever. But I don't know. I guess some people try too hard to be different. Yeah, so it's like
doing too much.
Doing way too much.
Right before the album dropped, they had the Fuji last single was bubbling. Video was bubbling heavy. That video came on a lot. So I like most people like that song. So then,
hold on. What was the most potent behind that song though?
It was Lauryn Hill's
the induction to Lauryn Hill, like her. Yeah.
I think Lauryn Hill's hook made it catchy, made the song grab you. So, but that video, I remember that video. That video was getting heavy play. That video was.
They was running through the jungle, right?
Yeah, they on motorcycles
with the suitcase.
I think they was in Jamaica, right?
They was some island where that's the first. That was heavy. So as album wise, was you looking forward to an album even after that one song?
No.
Was any expectations?
Not for me.
I think it was a good. It was a great single.
A great song.
I didn't have no expectations of album wise. I did like the song though, but it was heavy Lauryn Hill on the hook that pretty much grabbed everybody. But I ain't really get too much of. I wasn't thinking like, whoa, I can't wait for this album.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I'm being honest. I wasn't getting that feel. But let's get right into it. The Fugees' sophomore album, The Score, was released on February 13th, 1996 on Rough House Columbia Records. The album was recorded from June through November in 1995 in Wyclef's uncle's basement. It wasn't too much.
Thanks, Columbia.
Studio. The album was
also the barbershop.
The album was produced by the Fugees, Jerry Wonder, Diamond D, John Forte, Sean King, Warren Riker, and Salam Remy. Although the Fugees' debut album, Blunted on Reality, which we talked about, flopped, Chris Swartz, the head of Rough House, decided to, even after that album flopped, he decided to give the group another chance. In the early 1995, he gave them $135,000 in advance, and he granted them complete artistic control. That's what they wanted. Like, yo, just give us one more. If you give us one more shot, like let us do it our own way this time.
Who's their manager?
Haitian Jack,
Crazy,
which I
right?
didn't know until I watched. I watched it. I had no idea until I watched
crazy.
the hip hop undercover on FX. I had no idea the Haitian, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense
because he Haitian, Prize and Wyclef is Haitian, so it made sense. But I had no idea about that. Well, that was a good look for him for sure. But they gave him the $135,000. They gave him creative control. And Wyclef used the money, and they started recording in his uncle's basement, which they called the Booger Basement. That was the name they called for it. So let's get right into it. The score, 25. First track is Red Intro.
Great intro.
This is cool DJ Red Alert. So this is the heavy cosign.
It's going on
right
from the
here.
beginning.
What's he talking about right now? It's going on right now.
Nice cosign. Hip hop legend, man. So he introduced your album and give y'all cosign right from the jump. That's a good look.
Definitely. Great way to start it off.
Yes.
And it kind of set the album up, like, set what was going to go on the album.
Yeah.
All right, track number 2, How Many Mics? Produced by the Fugees, Sean King, and Jerry Wonder.
One of the better songs. This wasn't a single. This didn't make it to the radio, correct?
No.
But this is one of them songs on there that was slept on the album.
This is a nice hip-hop joint to start the album out. I like this joint.
It's just the mic skills on this joint.
How many mics can you rip on a deli?
Lauren.
Yeah. Lauren Hill's a problem.
You're gonna say that. You're gonna say that a lot. That's gonna be a common theme. It's gonna be a common theme.
She made her presence felt.
But that was a dope. This is one of the more hip hop sounding songs of the album, and it's a dope intro. I think to start it off. Track number 3, Ready or Not, produced by the Fugees and Jerry Wonder.
Dope.
This is one of them songs that made the album.
This is the one
that made the album what it was.
Yeah.
I think the sales took off when this dropped. Combination, but this was a big reason why it did well commercially, I think.
I feel like the video put it on another planet too.
Video was crazy.
It was like $1 million video. They riding jet skis and shit's exploding everywhere, and
this was the third
car chase, motorcycle scenes.
This is the third single off the album. This was a big song right here. This is everywhere.
This is two songs out of the album so far.
The song was a huge hit.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill kills the hook and the verse. But this is one of the songs where I feel like one of the songs where I can say they all had nice verses. Right? I think they did a decent verse. I can't say that about every track, but I like all their verses on this song.
Glad you said that. Go ahead and quote Prize verse.
Why would you do this?
Ready or Not, refugees taking over.
Yeah,
the Buffalo Soldier, dreadlock rockstar.
Like that. Yeah.
Dreadlock
basic.
roster.
Yeah.
Basic.
My favorite one. My favorite joint is Lauryn Hill said, "While you be imitating Al Capone, I be Neiman Simone, defecating on your microphone." But another fact about this. Remember on this song where they had the part where I think it's Wyclef rapping, and then Lauryn Hill comes and she says, "If I rule the world."
Yeah.
I think that was Wyclef verse, and then after this song that same year, Nas drops the song "If I Rule the World" with Lauryn Hill on it.
So do you think this might have been already done? Like If I Rule the World with her and Nas already done that song?
Could be.
It could have been recorded before, but it came out after. But it could have been.
No, but what I'm saying is like when they do an album, like this album was probably worked on in '95. It came out in '96.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way they started working on this album January '96 and it come out February '96.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so they were working on this shit in '95, and which they probably was working on. It was written in '95.
But also you could be like maybe Nas or somebody because they both on Columbia. Remember?
So
maybe Nas heard that part or somebody heard that part like, yo, that's a dope flip on the song.
It could be
because they both hits, so they made 2 hits out of them.
That's exactly what it was. I mean, you say it like that, that's definitely what happened.
Well, you think somebody heard it and was
either way? I mean, like you said, they on the label together,
right?
Probably,
you know what I'm saying? So it makes sense.
Probably somebody
either the song, either I Rule the World's already done, or this birth If I Rule the World.
Yeah, one of the two.
Either or.
And remember, If I Rule the World video, remember they on like some kind of
like a bus
truck. Remember they riding through. And they on the back of the joint. All the Fugees on that joint.
Okay,
it's on. I don't know what you call them. That's like a flatbed
type thing.
Yeah, and all the Fugees is on there, even though Lauryn Hill. Ready or Not was a monster.
Oh yeah, monster hit.
It was a monster.
Smash.
Here's another fact: somebody died at that video when they was on like the motorcycle and they flipped over, but they still edited in the video. So that person that landed, they said that they died.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Edited and kept it moving.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's
crazy.
nobody.
Music
Keep it
industry.
moving. Yeah.
Well, track number 4, Z-Lots, produced by the Fugees and Jerry Wonder.
Dope.
Yo, Lauryn Hill,
Crazy.
she kills the singing and the rap. Like, she destroys this.
You can tell she came in with a different mind state on this album right here.
Man.
Like, she like, I'm letting everybody know I'm the best.
This ain't Sister Act
I
2.
mean, anybody, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's when you knew her really for the acting.
Do you feel like she had more? Feel like she had more to prove because she was the woman out the group? Do you feel like that was part of the edge that she had to have on the track?
Yes, that's how most females felt back then anyway. Because it was like they know it was a male-driven type of industry.
Because I think everybody would clearly say that she lyrically stuck out more than the others.
Like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
She was crushing these cats.
One track on
But that's not hard to do. Like
that too.
Wyclef wasn't that bad though.
No, he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't.
He was better on this album than he was, I think, on any other point of his career. I mean, rapping wise.
Rapping wise, yeah.
I have the CD in '98. I mean '96 when this came out. I'm in 8th grade. I'm not listening to this song.
Z-Lots?
No, I didn't. Nah, I'm gonna keep on.
I do like that sample they use on it.
My favorite part of this song is a Lauryn Hill verse, of course, and she said, even after all my logic and my theory, I add a motherfucker so the ignorant niggas hear me. I thought that was crazy, yo. That's all I can say so y'all can hear me. Y'all can't hear me until I say something ignorant.
Exactly, I
thought that was dope. Another MC loses life. I like Z-Lots, man. I like
it a lot. Banger.
And all right, track number 5, The Beast, produced by the Fugees and Jerry Wonder. Warn the town, the beast is loose. Now, this song was like talking about the cops. This is relevant stuff. The cops, the government, same stuff that's going on right now.
Fuck the police.
And they, call them the Beast, or AKA devils, however you want to say it, the Beast, pig, whatever you want to say. They were talking about this. I know Prize and Wyclef are not the most lyrical on this song. That's a fact, but they made it work. And the Chinese restaurant skit is hilarious on this joint.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that Chinese restaurant skit is hilarious.
That was funny.
He said, just like Burger King, have it your way. He said it's a Muslim. What did he say? It's a Muslim. Muslim something Chinese restaurant like that.
Yeah, you can have it any way you want it. We got it.
Whatever you want, we got that.
We got that. You name it, we got it.
Yeah, I like the Beast. Track number 6, Fuji La, produced by Salam Remy. This is the first single. This is pretty much like Tad said. You ain't know it was a debut album, which I pretty much didn't know neither. So this is a lot of people's introduction to the Fugees right here. Fuji La.
This is one of the heavy, and that might be me. I'm a heavy radio play guy off this album. So this is one of the ones that was in constant rotation.
Yeah.
This is Rap City BET heavy played video right here.
BET was this was heavy BET.
I think this video led to Ready or Not. The whole chase scene. They were taking a suitcase and they led it right into Ready or Not. Yeah.
So I mean, it probably was a little movie that.
Yeah.
This was dope. This is one of them songs.
Do you think they intended for this song to like be big? I feel like they just put this song. I don't feel like they knew that this song was going to go like it did.
How can you know anything coming off that first album?
Well, you're right. You're right.
This is one of them things that they just doing them. Like they doing them.
And I think the Lauryn Hill, like you said, that catchy hook, man, that Fuji La hook. We all knew that.
The beat was tough too.
The beat was tough. Salam Remy, he been doing this thing for a minute.
Once again, Lauryn has the best verse on the song.
Yeah.
Every song.
Right. You should miss refugees track number 7, Family Business, produced by the Fugees and Jerry Wonder. This joint, this is probably one of my least favorite songs on the album.
Yeah, me too.
I ain't gonna say it's terrible,
That's
but
definitely not terrible. It's just like,
it just wasn't my favorite. This first time I heard John Forte rap, which I thought he was all right. So this kind of introduced the refugee.
A lot of people back then, they thought he was pretty good. I ain't like him like that.
I kind of like John Forte. Not particularly this song didn't really show what he could do. I thought when he came out on his own, he was going to do a little more.
Yeah, he did a little better. But
he didn't. He didn't. I thought he was, though.
Yeah, nah.
I thought he could rap, but...
The second coming of Pride.
He's okay.
No, he was better rapper than Pride.
I'm just saying he flopped just like me, man.
He definitely flopped. And then he caught a crazy charge.
He was in jail for a minute.
Some old serious charge. He was out there.
He home now?
Yeah.
He's out there moving weight.
Check for him.
All right, and track number 8, "Killing Me Softly," produced by Fugees and Jerry Wonder.
Bang.
Killing Me Softly was probably was that the last single that came off of this album?
This is the second single on the album.
This is the second single.
Fugees
Okay.
Live, then this
Okay.
actually. This was actually before Ready to Die.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
Ready to Die, Ready or Not. This is the second single. This is a classic.
Yeah.
This is a classic song. I don't know about y'all, but I didn't know this was a do y'all know this was a remake at the time?
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
Luther Vandross had a song called "Killing Me Softly," but he is not even the original person. It was somebody before that too.
You know what I thought when I first heard this song? Like they was the first, like they was the first person to use that down. But then Tribe used it first.
Beneath
Apple Bone. Yeah, so I went back like, oh shit, they used it first.
But that's what because I was Beneath Apple Bone was my shit. So when I first heard it, I was like, damn, they gonna stick the whole goddamn beat.
Yeah.
I remember for some reason the movie. I remember they was in the movie theater in the video, and I remember my man knocked the girl off in the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
I remember that from the video.
Yo, matter of fact, that's the same dude that was in Too Deep that LL beat up and put on the pool table.
Man, love it. Think about her.
Yo, matter of fact, I actually went back and seen that video. It's a lot of cameos in that video. Fat Man Scoop, he's doing the popcorn. Some of the outsiders is behind him in the movie theater. Young Z's.
Yeah, theater. They started fighting in that joint.
De La Soul's in the crowd.
De La Soul's in the crowd.
That's it. Pasa Noose.
Yeah.
At the time, like this song was huge, man.
I mean, you gotta
This
love
was
this song.
big,
It's Roberta Flack.
Yeah.
Freaks
You know
ain't
so,
here, but man, I
song.
remember Freaks and 400. Man, they was going heavy on this song, and I was like, wow, this song. I was like, yo, dudes in the streets is really rocking with this song. It was a little different, like and it was a singing song. This was a singing song. This wasn't rapping.
This might have been the first hip hop singing song that actually crossed over. Like our parents could listen to it and it'd be not offensive. You know what I'm saying?
Because
like,
it had a hard beat though.
Yeah.
But she was singing. The beat was like a head beat, head knocking beat. But then she was just singing, killing it, man. Her voice sounded beautiful.
Matter of fact, this single was like the formula to her album. Like, what you doing right here on this "Kill Me Softly"?
Get out my head. I was going to say that.
Like
I was actually
that is like the formula to make the miseducation.
I was actually about to say the same thing. I said after this song, like her solo album was inevitable. Like it was like, oh, sorry guys, I got to do this. Like
they should have recorded this song then. Because once she left, it was over.
Over.
Well, track number 9, The Score, produced by Diamond D, Fugees, and Jerry Wonder. This was at first I used to think DJ Premier produced this song, because I
can hear that
because he did the scratches on the hook. So I thought DJ Premier, but it was actually Diamond D, which Diamond D is dope too.
Oh yeah.
This is one of the more hip hop, like hip hop kind of song, like beats and rhymes.
Another banger.
Diamond D raps on here, got a little verse, he kills it. The beat is tough. This is a song for the hip hop heads to me, man. I like this joint. That's why they settled the score.
A little up tempo.
Right.
Yes.
Left, right.
Yes.
Lauryn Hill
marching.
Lauryn Hill kills this one again. Like lyrically, like she kills it, man. Got another dope song. Track number 10, The Mask, produced by the Fugees and Jerry Wonder. The skit in the beginning of this song is funny too.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, the skit was funny. That's what I think about too. You miss the skits.
They don't do skits
These
anymore.
were actually
Scratching.
entertaining. These were entertaining skits.
That's what exactly.
Yeah.
People back then they took time out and like give you some funny skits or something to think about. Like skits, you know
something
what I mean?
to lead to the next song.
Yeah. So I like they didn't separate it though because they made it into that.
It goes right
Sometimes
into the
they'd be
song.
like a skit by itself.
Oh yeah,
Number one.
like its own track.
Yeah, like I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because the dude was lying. The dude was like, he knocked off the girl. Then he
Like,
said,
not
then
her.
they got called on him. Not that girl.
The other one.
Yeah. We all been there before.
That nigga's a liar, yo.
Cats be lying. Cap.
Oh, I got a prize verse. I got a prize verse, Taz.
Give it to him.
Verse.
Give it to him.
He, Wyclef said, yo, did you shoot him? Nah, kid. I didn't have the balls. That's when I realized I'm bumping too much Biggie Smalls. I like that. I like that.
Turned him into a killer.
Wow.
I missed that.
I like that verse.
I didn't listen to the song, so I missed it.
That's my prize verse, man. Prize bar.
That was a
good bar. That ain't no verse.
Ain't no bar. That's definitely a verse.
He had a good bar.
Yeah.
But
I ain't write it.
No, Lauryn Hill had a dope.
Lauryn Hard did that.
Lauryn Hill had a dope.
She probably took that out. I'm a girl. I can't say that. Probably
Right.
I will.
Lauryn Hill had a dope whole verse on here. She killed it, man. She was telling a story about a dude trying to run up on her. She killed that joint.
Yeah.
Yo, but one trend that I'm seeing after like what we're gonna track 9 or 10, Pras is always rapping last.
I don't know why.
He never starts the tracks. He's never in the middle. He's always at the end of the track.
Like he's dope or something.
Yeah.
So do you think Wyclef and maybe Lauryn Hill set the trend of the song, and then they was like, "Yo, Pras, you gotta jump on here.
Finishes off.
You in the group. I mean, like you in the group, you gotta jump on the song."
Like, you think he did what Christian do? Like go in his dad's room and take the old fucking balled up paper and just read it like Lauren. He's like, oh shit! I can say this. Like this ain't bad for me. This is great for me.
This is gold.
So he get the throwaways.
Yeah, that's how Christian used to do it. He go in dad's room, see old Mace verses like, I can spit this, Dad.
This is solid material.
It's a bad. If you was like a relay team, you don't want Pras at the end.
Yeah.
Well, where would you put him at? Right before the end, so the last dude, man, fuck, I gotta catch up.
You gotta catch up.
What if you already got a lead though? You know, you
put him in the middle there, so we can figure the battle.
Just like Onyx, like Sticky Fingers rapped at the end of every song. I feel like,
but Fredro wasn't terrible. It was
he wasn't terrible. Yeah, Sun C.
I didn't even know his name.
That's him. That's yeah.
But I was like, yo, why is Pras always at the end of the songs?
I'm with you.
Because after Lauren, they were just like next track anyway. Or either you gonna start it over or go to the next one anyway. So Pras like, man, you can't let him go first, but then right? You'll never hear Lauren's verse. You won't.
I know Pras had some pressure though. Like, damn.
Like, think about that now.
That's the verse I gotta come after. Like,
he didn't care.
But you know what? Like Pras and Lauren had so much good chemistry that it was like, you know, them singing back and forth, they rapping, and it's like,
you mean Wyclef and Lauren? You mean?
Yeah.
Well, we know why.
Oh yeah.
But I got later we knew why.
Yeah, I ain't know that afterwards.
I didn't know then, but we know why now. So Pras ain't had that chemistry.
That's what destroyed the group.
Yeah.
That chemistry.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, great chemistry, music-wise. Outside chemistry, bad.
Yeah. Track number 11, Cowboys, produced by the Fugees and Jerry Wonder.
This was my shit, though.
This was my joint.
Between this and How Many Mics was the two that, like, damn, they didn't make it to singles, but these are dope-ass songs.
I love this video. I used to love this song. I feel like they all killed this song, man.
Cowboys is dope.
Cowboys is the shit.
I got more niggas than the NAACP.
Yeah, this is my favorite song on the album.
Lauryn Hill and Rod Digger going back to back. They was killing that joint.
The beat was tough. The way it came on too.
Oh man, you got to learn.
Rod Digger,
Pace One, Young Z.
They all outsiders was killing that joint. John Forte was killing that joint. I feel like everybody
showed up.
Everybody showed up. This video was dope.
Pras.
They didn't officially account this as a single. Pras was alright.
Yeah.
He was terrible.
They was alright. I used to love this song for whatever. I used to love this song, man.
I knew he beating him up, but he wasn't whack.
He wasn't
he wasn't whack.
He just didn't like. It wasn't like memorable,
right?
Well, because the song, you know, it was heavy in rotation. You know, Pras' verses.
He definitely did.
That's just not gonna be your first quote. Like you ain't gonna be going to like, yo, let me go to my Pras quote bag.
Nah,
like it ain't gonna happen. Track number 12, No Woman No Cry, produced by the Fugees and Jerry Wonder. This is Wyclef's remake of
nigga. This is terrible.
Yeah, this did not fit the album at all.
This was terrible on so many levels. No, I liked it. Listening to,
it was alright.
Did you listen to No Woman No Cry by Bob Marley?
Yeah, I listened to it.
That shit was not a good remake. This is almost, if you listen to what was the song Ruben did, you like, yo, he sound like Luther. Until you hear the Luther song, you be like, fuck. Ruben sounds nothing like Luther.
That's a classic.
Who compared him to Luther?
Nigga, everybody.
Yeah, they was comparing him to Luther.
That's his voice, though.
I mean, I'm with you, but I don't hear
Luther. He was kind of big.
I feel the big. I see the big, but that's it.
No, they was definitely.
He didn't sound like the Luther to me.
No, I didn't know people was comparing Luther. I didn't get the Luther.
They probably did. I didn't get it. But back to this. This wasn't a bad remake.
I like this song. Y'all ain't like this?
Please
I like it.
Listen to No Woman No Cry, the original.
I heard it not too long ago.
I'm just saying, coming from Cowboys to this song is a big transition.
Maybe if it was placed different, if they placed it somewhere differently, I feel you. The arrangement.
Shout out to 11 Color. Hated it.
I like this song. I like this song though.
Banger to me. I thought it was very good.
I thought he did a good job. I'm not comparing it to Bob Marley because Bob Marley is his own, but I think he put his twist to it.
Thank you.
And I thought it was all right.
The only part that I could is when he get to Everything's Gonna Be All Right, and they that, if anything, was good about that song.
This could have been on his solo album. I don't think.
That's what I felt. See how you said about the Lauryn Hill?
Yeah.
Well, this like he did. This was a preview, I think, to his more what we're going to hear from Wyclef in the future.
Thank you.
So how good was Wyclef's next album, his solo album?
The Carnival was alright.
Was Carnival the next thing?
I wasn't a big fan, but Carnival was a. They loved that joint.
Carnival was big.
It did very well.
Carnival was big.
Right.
I'm with you. I'm not a fan. I didn't like it for me. But it was a huge hit for some reason.
Yeah, Carnival went. I mean,
I ain't buy it.
It wasn't my go-to album or nothing. But
I ain't buy it.
But Carnival was big.
A lot of shit sold that wasn't for the masses.
Yeah,
like, right. That's what I'm saying. That was one of the joints.
Carnival, Wyclef turned it up commercially a whole nother notch.
Yeah, no, he went globally
he found
with
his formula.
He's an artist, man. Like Wyclef is an artist, but.
Remember the Stand Alive? Remember they did that? That was he went
in on that one. I like. Now you talk about hated it.
Going to November, that was one of the singles too.
Bored with that, but it was a hit.
What was the other dude?
They stayed on the radio.
He had a song with the dude. What's the Spanish like
Santana?
Yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah.
That was huge.
So like that's the type of shit he was doing. Like he's a mind. He's just not a mind for me.
Track number 13, Manifest and outro produced by the Fugees and Jerry Wonder. It starts off with the song Manifest, then it kind of ends at Cool DJ Red Alert again, like giving shout outs, talking about the album, shouting at everybody that was involved. So it was like a song / outro. I like the Manifest. I manifested around. They had that sample in there. Thought that was dope. And then cool. You can't go wrong with Cool DJ Red Alert at the time.
Not at all.
Doing your outro.
Legend. Yeah.
And then they had on the bonus version. Then they had like 3 versions of Fugees La. And then they had Wyclef Mr. which you could have kept Mr.
So what are we gonna count this album as? 13 tracks or 17 tracks with the bonus?
Well, I would say 13 is the outro.
Okay.
Keep
it at 13 then.
Keep it at 13.
Three versions.
You need other stuff.
I had to stop at the 3 versions of the Fugees La.
When I seen it again, I went back to listen to it. I said, I'm not listening to the rest of those. I'll do that.
Mr. was to me, I thought it was like a joke. Like, but I think he was like serious. I don't
know. It was like comedy. He was. I don't know. Sometimes he was just. I don't know. That wasn't my favorite. I stopped at the outro.
I was at the outro. I was done at the outro.
Word.
I was out.
He was out.
Yeah, I was out.
The score was a critically and commercially success upon release. As of February 2021, the score has been certified 7 times platinum in sales, and it has sold an estimated 22 million copies worldwide.
Damn.
The score won Best Rap
Album,
Best Rap Album in the 1997 Grammy Awards, and Album of the Year at the 1997 Soul Train Awards.
I'm not feeling that at all. But it was
no. Keep this cool because you got to think it goes.
I'm like,
so you need the whole 96 for it to come out 97. Right. Yeah. So that's why.
Yeah. So this actually wasn't going up against a lot of the stuff that came out in 96.
It should have. No, it had to.
Yeah.
Because the time they got the award time is like
the award's always next year.
Right. It's always the next year.
And they rated on last year.
Right. Yeah.
And okay, so the score. What was the impact of the score after it dropped? After they put their stamp on the game, what do you think the impact of the score was?
I think radio-wise, like this, like it had heavy singles, so it ran. This album ran the radio, compared to all the hardcore stuff that came out in 1996. Like, I don't know where I could put this in 1996.
Well, remember, this is before all the stuff that you probably like. This came out ahead of the time, so we ain't get that yet.
Well,
we ain't know what was coming.
That's not good for me then, because I'm still listening to 95 stuff then. Like, this ain't one of them albums that's going to just, like, dominate my radio. For me, my radio. But it dominated the radio. Like it was heavy though. It was heavy.
You had like 3 singles that could be played on 3 different radio stations.
Yeah.
Killing Me Softly could be on WDAS.
Yes.
Fugees La and
Power 99.
Power 99
and Q102.
Exactly. Yeah,
you're right.
It was safe.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? So, and then you got
Ready.
They were heavy crossover. They was good for crossover.
Good crossover.
I think Fugees La even kind of crossed over a little bit because of the Lauryn Hill hook on there. Like, this song lived. You know how they say like albums back then had more life. Like they lasted. They might go like 2 years for an album. Now they don't do that. It just comes and goes. But back then, like album could last like 2 years. You just pumping that album. So, this album lived a long time.
It did. Yeah, a lot of lives.
They are co-executive producers. Like, who was getting actually paid?
Well, Jerry Wonder is Wyclef's cousin, so he produced when Wyclef kind of went on like that producing spree. It was him and Jerry Wonder, but which is his cousin. But
that's what I was looking at too.
But you know, Columbia, whoever was making that money in Columbia Rough House,
so they're not benefiting off this album, the Fugees. For this to be certified 7 times, they all should be in great places in life.
I think because it's sold so much, I think they definitely got some money, but I think they definitely could have got more. You know how them contracts used to be,
especially in the 90s.
I think it did so much that they got something. Should they have probably gotten more? I'm pretty sure they should have. But like you said, you got Haitian Jack. You got a lot of people was in the equation getting their hand in the cookie jar.
You always have your managers and all that. That's always there. But for this to go that many times, like this certified diamond.
Well, you remember Nas and them. Nas, as great as his album was, they wasn't like necessarily making money though.
You can't.
So Columbia wasn't really.
You can't compare this to the Nas album. You can't do that just because
like
it was good to us.
Commercially,
like Nas album didn't do this numbers. It didn't do that numbers. That's what I'm just saying. It ain't nothing about. Like, I'll take a Nas album over this, but at the same time, Nas ain't gonna sell this out.
Well, you remember
a lot of people didn't sell like this at that time.
Most people didn't sell like that.
Even Tupac didn't sell like this.
At
that time he sold a lot. He wasn't
not like this.
Yeah, I don't think like
not
that.
Not like this.
They was
telling you.
But also,
Tez,
when you know, Lauryn Hill kind of left the industry, this might have started the sour taste before she even got to her joint because she didn't like a lot of the behind the scenes record label politics. They probably all started with this joint, like because they was moving units. They should be rich for life. I don't know how they was getting paid. But this joint moved a lot of units.
Haitian Jack said that the Fugees were selling out football stadiums and stuff. Like they were.
He said in Denver.
In Denver.
He said something like he was getting like 100,000 like a show.
Yeah,
like,
I believe it.
The other dude's getting. He the manager. I don't know what his percentage was, but that's a lot of money.
Wyclef picked a bad manager.
Well, Wyclef, he wanted the Haitian muscle, so he got
the muscle.
Got the muscle. It was like the trust. Yeah, he got muscle right.
Got the muscle. Oh my goodness.
How did the score stand up to the competition at the time?
At that same, you talking about that year or just people?
Yeah, I mean, just
period.
Oh, you talking about in February?
I mean, just at the time, like.
I feel like it was good, but it was a different good. Like you can't compare this to like All Eyes on Me or Iron Man. I think that's how the Fugees won. Yeah. Instead of trying to be like everybody else, they were like the alternative to everybody else. I think that's why they succeeded.
They didn't have a choice. Like they couldn't beat everybody else. But
that'd have been whack though. They was like nobody would have took Wyclef seriously if he had tried to kill people. True. Or Lauryn Hill. Like I'm glad they didn't try to be gangster.
I just don't know. Like this album, like maybe in February it did its thing, but for 1996, this ain't a top 5 album to me.
I think I liked it because it was an alternative. The stuff I was listening to, this album didn't sound nothing like none of that. So this is kind of like an album I could go. Well, I didn't want to be so gangster, go around kill people.
I don't want to sell crack today.
And nigga got it was sell crack today. Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't gangster at all, but I'm saying this right here. This was right when out up there. I played this album all year long. It's dope. It was different from the rest. That's what I liked about it too. It was different from the rest, so it's refreshing.
Yeah,
like it's the unique. Like I said, once again, you got 2 dudes and a female. That was dope.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Tez. You know what I'm saying? Because I did my research. I went back and I did my research. And 3 years ago, we did an episode called 1996, and we talked about all the albums from 1996. So I was like, let me go back and check. And see
Is that one of the best years for music?
Definitely one of the best.
One best year?
That was a great
overall.
Year.
We say 96?
96 was a great. If it ain't the best, it's right
it's either
there.
that or 98.
That 5-year window was crazy. I would say from 94 to like 98. Like
killing it.
5 years.
93 to 98.
Yeah, I would say definitely 93 in there.
93 to 98.
Well, this album did come out in the year 1996, and we talked about a lot of great albums that a lot of people love came out in 1996. And on that episode 3 years ago, we did our top 10 albums of 1996. So I actually wrote it down.
Before you get into that, are we saying this? Can we say is this a classic to anybody? Well, that's later.
I think. Well, we can go ahead and say that.
I'm asking.
I think it's a classic.
Classic.
I think it's a classic.
going back to it, I would say it's a classic. The only song I don't like is that "No Woman, No Cry." It's an okay song, but I feel like it shouldn't be on there. It didn't fit the rest of that song.
When you met Wyclef. I know you met Wyclef, Sean. When you met Wyclef,
my guy.
If he would have sung "No Woman, No Cry," would you have embraced it at that time? Because you was happy to see.
You still took that picture.
I did take the picture. Yeah.
I would have took that picture after I heard that song.
It was a great photo op. But I'm thinking like
it was a photo op. Damn, yo.
But I'm thinking like "Ready to Die" Wyclef, not "No Woman, No." Put the guitar down and grab the mic. You know what I'm saying?
He had the guitar in his back.
So he played you a acapella.
I hope not. That'd be real weak.
I think it's a classic. I think it's a classic, man. Without a question, I think it's a classic.
So you saying it's still a classic to you because they take on one song?
Yeah,
That's a classic.
I like 5 out of 13 on the album.
Okay. So it just wasn't hitting for you then. You just
no. It's a great album, but I don't know classic. I don't know.
5 is not great.
But I'm just saying those 5 songs were heavy songs, and especially 3 of them. 3 of the 5 were fucking all world songs because they dominated the radio. But so then, how many Mikes and Cowboys were the other 2 for me? But I didn't like "No Woman, No Cry."
So would y'all say we got? Do you think it's classic out the way? Would you say that The Score is a top 10 album of 1996?
Easy.
No, man.
I'm gonna say yes.
For me, easy.
I'm gonna say yes. Before I go,
I wasn't there at that section.
I got receipts, but before I go there, I was asking.
Read off the receipts.
I'm gonna say yeah because I was playing this like all week, and I'm like, yo, it's a great album.
Well,
I'm gonna say yeah, top 10. I'm gonna say yeah, probably yeah.
Well, that's interesting, man. I love doing that. That's interesting because I'm gonna start off with Sean and Tez's top 10. I'm gonna start off with you, Sean. I actually listened to the episode, and when you said this, it was very controversial. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with yours.
Let me guess. My number 1 is probably Iron Man.
That definitely is. Your number 1 is Ghostface Iron Man. Your number 2 is
classic.
Redman Muddy Waters.
Classic.
Your number 3, which is controversial, was J. Rue the Damager, Wrath of the Math.
DJ Premier was killing that beat.
Good album, but I don't know about top 10. Not that year.
Looking at number 4 was Nas. It Was Written, and Freaks got on you because he said you're gonna put J. Rue the Damager over Nas.
Ooh, that'd have been the argument with me too. Yeah.
For me, that has to be a top 3 album for me. It Was Written. It has to be.
Yeah. We're gonna get to number 5. Number 5, you got Sean. Number 5, you got Reasonable Doubt. Number 6, you got Beats, Rhymes, and Life, A Tribe Called Quest. Number 7, you got Mobb Deep, Hell on Earth. Number 8, you got ATLiens, Outkast. Number 9, you got Helter Skelter, Nocturnal. And number 10, you got Busta Rhymes, The Coming. Now, Tez.
Wow. I like the list.
That's your top 10.
I know.
3 years ago. Tez, number 1, you got Nas, It Was Written.
Reasonable Doubt.
Number 2, you got Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt. Number 3, you got Ghostface Iron Man. Number 4, you got Tupac Machiavelli. Number 5, you got Redman Muddy Waters. Number 6, you got Mobb Deep Hell on Earth. Number 7, you got Tupac All Eyes on Me. Number 8, you got Foxy Brown Ill 99. Number 9,
Hardcore, right?
Number 9, you got Little Kim Hardcore. And number 10, you got Outkast, ATLiens.
Okay. Yeah, ATL.
Score is better than Ill 99 Hardcore, dog.
Yes. Like lyrically, I like that shit, dog. I like it. Can you take me home tonight?
I bought that.
Dog, I'm not like, dog. This is not a classic to me, but maybe not Ill 99 either.
Hell no.
Ill 99 Hardcore classics?
No.
Hardcore's not a classic.
Not to me.
Oh man, you can say what you want to know. Hardcore, dog. That might be the greatest woman album ever, lyrically. I mean, female rapper.
I gotta go back and listen to it.
So better than what? Though? What's better than Hardcore?
What, female wise?
Yeah. Who you gonna pick? Nicki Minaj?
Hell no. I ain't never listened to her album.
What's the name of it?
Is he light over her? Is he light?
Rhapsody?
He gave Rhapsody.
Yeah, Rod Digg got an album better than that. I could name
You said Rod Digg?
Yes, Rod Digg got an album. Her first joint.
One, Harriet Tubman.
Yes, it's better than that.
Dirty Harriet.
Yes.
Dirty Harriet, that was a good album.
Dirty Harriet.
Check it out.
I bought Lil' Kim album. I like Lil' Kim album, but it was about 3-4 songs though. And 5 songs maybe. That's
this then. That's 5 songs heavy.
This is an album, dog.
I don't know, man. But, shit straight like 9:15. Even though it wasn't her. Even though it wasn't her, that was like one of them
they
bars.
Said, like, who wrote Lil' Kim joint?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. I'm just letting you know that's another knock. I'm not feeling it. I
bought all those albums, but I think the score,
you bought everything.
I bought everything. I think the score is better to me.
Way better. It could be, but I mean, score's not a classic to me either. But all
right, but let me get to mine. Number 1, I got Nas. It Was Written. Number 2, I got Tupac Machiavelli. Number 3, I got Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt. Number 4, I got
You're fucking Carter. That's a lie.
No. That year, I like Nas. It Was Written.
No. I'm just saying, like you still got Pac over Reasonable Doubt to this day.
Machiavelli, I love that.
Machiavelli was great.
That's my favorite Tupac.
Are y'all doing it because y'all heard all this stuff later? Because I'm thinking, in that year, for real, a lot of cats weren't banging Jay like that time like that.
They had to come back and listen.
I had nothing to do with anybody else. I listened to that. I remember buying the album. I still got the album.
Only one that was doing that year.
Yeah,
probably the only one. I wish I knew you didn't, but go ahead.
Number 2, I got Machiavelli. Number 3, I got Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt. Number 4, I got Tupac All Eyes on Me. Number 5, I got Outkast AT Aliens. Number 6, I got the Fugees The Score. Number 7, I got Mobb Deep Hell on Earth. Number 8, I got Ghostface Iron Man. Number 9, I got Beats, Rhymes, and Life, A Tribe Called Quest. And number 10, I got Redman, Muddy Waters. It was a dope album came out.
You telling me Iron Man is not better
some stuff on
than...
there I just realized that came out that year. I like this.
If I had to do it all over again, there's no way that wouldn't be in my top 10. I don't know what I was thinking.
Who?
Muddy Waters. I played the shit out of that album.
Yeah.
Classic.
That was arguably Redman's best album to me. Muddy Waters.
All right, Pito had number 1. He had Beats, Rhymes, and Life, A Tribe Called Quest. Number 2,
his age, man.
You know he's Queens, man.
I'm old too, but I'm not doing no dumb shit like that.
Number two, he had Nas. It Was Written.
Okay.
Number 3, he had Lost Boys, Legal Drug Money.
Come on, man. Are you serious? I play that.
Was Renee on there?
It better be.
Lex Coops being
he was in the group, man. Come on. Was in the group.
Oh, okay. You got a soft spot for him. I hear that. Come on, man.
Number 4, Pito had the Fugees To Score. Number 5, he had Outkast AT Aliens. Number 6, he had Redman, Muddy Waters. Number 6, he had Busta Rhymes, The Comin'. Number 8, he had The Roots, Illadelph, Half-Life.
That was a good album.
Number 9, he had Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt. And number 10, he had Tupac, All Eyes on Me.
I can see Mr. Chief telling Pito, like, get your ass in the cab. Get out this Jeep.
Right. Go order me some Chinese food.
Get some Chinese food before I fuck you
that
up.
Was his job. He wasn't the producer.
Before I smack fire at your ass.
He was just getting stuff. Damn.
Go to the store and get me a Mystic.
Damn, Pito.
He's like, no, Mr. Cheat, no.
All right, then Freaks top 10. Number 1 was Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt. Number 2 was Tupac Machiavelli. Number 3 was Nas. It Was Written. Number 4 was Tupac All Eyes on Me. Number 5 was Ghostface Iron Man. Number 6 was Mobb Deep Hell on Earth. Number 7 was OGC the Storm. Number 8 was Redman, Muddy Waters. Number 9 was the Fugees The Score, and number 10 was Outkast AT Aliens. 3 years ago.
I think you can't go wrong with any of those albums in any order.
I didn't listen to OGC.
I did too.
OGC.
It was dope.
Tough.
Yeah,
it
wasn't my top 10.
It wasn't in my top 10, but it was.
Would y'all change anything with y'all list?
Yeah, Muddy Waters is definitely going to my top 10.
Maybe that Ja Rule the Damage. I look bad.
It was dope though. It was dope.
You know why? Top 10. You was listening to it because you ain't really probably heard it like that. You was listening to it up to the episode maybe, and that was fresh in your mind. But number 3,
there's no way Muddy Waters shouldn't have been in there for me. I don't know.
That was such a great album, man.
You take Muddy Waters out?
I didn't put it in.
Oh, you put it. Oh, my fault. Oh, damn. My bad.
I'm not.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, I'm glad you did. But anyway, yeah, he should have made the list.
I'm not mad at my albums. Maybe I might
change the order.
Them different. Yeah. I'm not mad at any of the picks though. I like all of the albums. I'm cool with them. Maybe change some around here and there.
Like it's crazy. Like, and I agree with you when you said like Jay-Z was after the fact. Like when the Reasonable Doubt, everybody was on it. But he had the biggest cosign for me. That's why I brought the album.
The Biggie joint.
The Biggie joint. So and then coming off the Nutty Professor joint.
Okay.
Like But you can tell who brought the album earlier because like the CD is different. Like when they reproduced it, it's a picture of him.
96 is heavy.
Look at the joint.
You got a top 10? You got a top 10?
Damn, you want to run off real quick?
I do a lot of scrolling.
Yeah.
Your number one should be easy.
You already know me.
I know your number one.
No one
gonna
be written.
It was written.
I play that thing to death. Like this shit was fire. Like, then I gotta go with I mean, like I said, at that time, I think Jay wouldn't have made my top 10 at the time. But looking at it now, he definitely made my top 10 then. You know, I mean, definitely easy.
Well, instead of sequencing it, just give 10 that you think
Coogee Rap came out there too?
That would be on your.
That wasn't 4, 5, 6 though, was it?
That's an X-rated joint.
I think 4, 5, 6 was 90.
Too short. Look at this list.
There's a lot of albums.
That was
good albums too.
I like 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, Helter Skelter joint was my joint right there.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 a lot.
So it'll probably be. I'm gonna run it off real quick. Like I said, Nas written. The Score be in there. Tupac be in there.
Which one?
No, not both.
Hold
Machiavelli.
All right, that's there. 3.
I say Jay already.
Yeah.
You said back then.
You said now it wouldn't.
Jay be in there.
So that's 4. So you got
Mobb Deep.
Yep, Mobb Deep.
So Hell on Earth.
What's the I forgot my boy.
Ghostface.
And I know you're going with Redman too. I know
you're Redman in there.
So that's
easy.
7.
That's 7 right there.
What is Outkast? No. I wasn't a big heavy Outkast fan yet.
What about Tribe? You a Tribe?
No, definitely not.
Not
that album.
Not
that. I like that one. De La Soul joint was hot. That Stakes of High was.
You got 3 more.
Oh wow!
J Dilla beats.
Got 3 more.
Blase.
You put which one on your joint?
And the East is in the house.
No, OGC. I like that album though. It was dope, but I want to put that in there. J-Will Damager, Poor Righteous Teacher came out that year too. Well, I said Mobb Deep already, right?
Gangsta Rap album 96.
MOP.
Which one?
Oh, First Family.
Yeah, that Fire Squad.
Yeah, Fire Squad.
In there.
That's 8.
Wow.
Yeah, that's in there. Y'all forgot, but what?
They had that 4-alarm Blaze on there with Jay-Z. Oh
that's
man,
you got 2 more.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears. That was on there.
Mobb Deep on there. I'm getting down further down. What's this? Keith Murray. No, Redman. Got them in there. Smooth the Hustler.
You got 2 more spots, dog.
I'm looking. Cypress Hill. Nah, that ain't in there. I'm just looking at the list still. Damn.
You put the Fugees?
I said Fugees. He said the Fugees.
I said that. All right, Fugees already in there.
Who else came out with the Roots? UGK came out that year.
The Roots,
Illadelph,
Half-Life.
Who was that? Ryan Dirty.
Easy E came out that year.
Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes.
Oh, Busta Rhymes. That's 9. So
Busta Rhymes in there.
One more.
I know. I listened to that album last night, literally.
Master P came out.
Wasn't that good? I see it. T-shirt too. Shaheem came out that year
Eminem.
too.
Shaheem.
It's Eminem that nobody even knew.
Yeah, at that time. Coochie Conflict.
Oh, hey.
Remember that? Yeah. That was whack.
He said my name in the lights and I ain't need.
Oh, that he's on there too. I seen that.
Where
Nine,
are you from?
right?
Chicago?
Chicago.
Nah,
yeah.
Who them?
Oh,
yeah,
Crucial Conflict was from Chicago.
Chicago, yeah. Nah, he from New York.
Yeah. Oh, my boys came out. Pope Pimp.
You got one more.
Got one more. I'm trying to y'all be mad at me.
What you gonna get?
Big Noid.
Oh wow.
Came out 96.
Man,
Big
you
Noid.
Rapper Noid.
Nah, that ain't gonna be. That ain't my last. Ain't my last. I was saying that. I ain't know
you ain't like ATLians at all. You ain't getting into that.
I mean, at that time,
it's my favorite Outkast
Elevators
album.
is on
That's
there.
my favorite Outkast album.
Yeah.
What you call it?
I'm gonna go with that then.
What you call the most slept on album out that year?
What's that?
Put that in there.
The Latchkey Kid. A+ joint.
A+.
A+.
That place. I remember that.
A+ was alright.
It had Mobb Deep on the album. AZ was on the album.
Ooh, Keith Murray was that year.
That wasn't the most beautiful thing, dog.
Nah, Enigma.
Enigma came out that year. I did like
Enigma. Yeah,
Enigma
was dope.
I did like Enigma.
But yeah, put Tribe on it at the end.
PMD.
Yeah.
No, you said not Tribe. You meant Outkast.
Outkast.
Or Tribe.
Outkast at the end.
Outkast.
I'll take that.
All right.
And you said one. So All Eyes on Me didn't make it.
Nah, Machiavelli.
It's Machiavelli, right?
Made it for me.
All right. What about the Fugees? What made them work as a group?
They had a trump card, motherfucker. They had Lauren.
Yeah,
so like he was heavy. Wyclef was heavy production. You know what I mean? He was able to stay in his lane and let Lauryn Hill just do her like lyrically singing. Like he had the trump card, man. That like we was introduced to her, so she wasn't the disrespectful, nasty mouth like sex symbol that Foxy and Lil' Kim was at that time. She was heavy bars, heavy vocals, and
very articulate.
Yeah, she was different.
She made you respect her as an MC. What made her work? I think Pras he just played his part. I think Wyclef was part of like the foundation musically of the group. And I think Lauryn Hill, they played their smart people play to your strengths. I think they knew that she was a strength. I think Wyclef even said on the one song, he was joking like the girls want to go solo or something like. So they knew the strength of the group. So we're gonna play towards our strength.
That's pillow talk.
Like you, wow! You play to win the game. She gonna get us this chip, man. Let's go with her. That's what works. Let her. She could do the hook. She do a dope hook. She
do everything.
That's a song right there.
So between those two bouncing back, ideas off each other and everything, it just works so lovely. You know what I mean? Her and Wyclef.
Pras had to bring something to the table. Though.
I don't know.
it wasn't in that part.
Pras never sung anything.
Was he more than
was he video man?
Was he
the cameraman?
You trying to say he was just Wyclef's cousin?
Oh, they related?
I think they cousins.
Every Haitian is cousin.
I don't know. I thought they was related.
Every Haitian is cousin.
I mean, he might have brought the carry goat or something to the table or something. He might could cook or something.
He might have brought the ideas.
He might be the muscle.
Everybody's a shooter. Someone's a shooter. So I don't know.
Gotta go down. It gotta be you, Pras.
Yeah, you gotta go. Take it.
We hate to lose you.
Yeah.
So how did the score set up their solo albums going forward?
I mean, it put Wyclef on a whole nother plateau. Put Lauryn Hill on another plateau. Pras kind of just did his thing.
Yeah, he had to go back home.
He just rode. I think he rode the wave.
He rode the wave. He was doing stuff. He did the song. I think he put out an album, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. He did album.
Ghetto Superstar, right?
That was from the soundtrack. And that song went. I don't think nobody checked for the album when it came out, so he didn't fully get the wave. Because if he'd have fully got the wave, his album would have did.
I feel like he was acting too.
That's not true, though. Like just because he was on the wave,
it wasn't hitting.
Yeah, motherfuckers knew what it was.
I mean, you had to go out on top with that. You like you up there. Everybody rock with us.
He had an album called Ghetto Superstar.
Yeah, that's what it was.
He had 2 albums.
Me personally,
2 albums.
One lose or draw.
Lose.
I wasn't checking for Pras solo album at all.
Put all my chips in.
It didn't chart. This shit didn't chart.
What year did it come out?
05. It did no number.
But what year did the first album come out?
98.
Well, what did that do? It ain't go gold?
I mean,
see, that's the wave.
If it ain't go gold, he ain't catch the wave at all. If it ain't at least.
Don't do them like that.
No, I'm saying because if you come from something dope, normally people just buy your album because you connected to something.
Right, exactly.
He had a solo album before Lauren.
What did her thing? I thought her thing came out like 98, 98.
Lauren
was
came out 98.
Oh, 98.
Yeah, he dropped June 6, 1998.
Lauren came out in 98. I think Wyclef benefited because they figured out a sound that worked. So he jumped on it as a producer. He started winning in the late 90s. Wyclef was one of them go-to producers. And then his Carnival album, I think from that No Woman, No Cry, he said, they like when I harmonize. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm going to give them more than that. Lauryn Hill.
He gave us too much.
Lauryn Hill, she just pretty much took what she did on the album and just did it by herself. And it went to an even bigger level. Like she just I think the score was the foundation for her. And then she ran with that thing with the Miseducation.
She's really good at remaking songs.
What you laughing at, yo?
Yo, this is like the shortest.
Cover songs.
What?
This shit had 2 periods in it. When they talked about his album.
Which one? The second
Ghetto Superstar. The first one. Wow. Like it's just like
they were just like Pras had an album.
One of the elementary students. You ain't write this about Pras. Thanks.
To be continued.
That's disrespectful. Why hasn't there ever been a follow-up group album to this one, you think? What's the main components of this? Is the last Fugees group album.
Yeah. Bad breakup, man.
The breakup.
Internal issues.
I'm not even talking about the group.
Yeah, the breakup.
Yeah.
Maybe creative differences.
Did anybody have any idea at the time that they were in a relationship? Because I know I didn't.
You got to think about back then, there was no social media.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So we found out about this later on in the Source magazine or something.
He probably fucked her literally.
Yeah. Oh, no, they was in a relationship.
I didn't even know at the time, honestly, when Miseducation first came out, I just was like, damn, the Fugees ain't on here. Wyclef, I was surprised by that because when Wyclef came out, they all was on, like the whole refugee camp was on Wyclef album. So I just assumed that Lauryn Hill joint was going to be like another extension of the Fugees, but nah.
The only thing could have saved him is
she wasn't on Wyclef album,
should have been his son.
No, she was on She was on some singles.
Oh yeah,
she was on Guantanamera. She raps. She kills the rap. And then I think she's in a video for Staying Alive. But I don't think she rapped. I don't think she's actually on the song, but she's in the video for sure.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, that relationship, man. I think that did something. And then I think they started touching. After you have a little breakup and then you have success on your own, it's like, well, Wyclef like, well, I'm winning anyway. Lauryn Hill like,
I'm winning.
I'm killing it without y'all.
Prize like, I'm here. I want y'all to come back together.
Please come back.
Yeah. Please come back.
They had, remember they had they did a comeback. Was it Dave Chappelle?
Block Party.
They did that, and then they did. It was like one of the BET Awards or something. They did a like a reunion.
Honor
it was something. That was the only 2 times they came back together and performed. And people was talking like, it's gonna be another album. It's gonna be another album, but nothing ever surfaced. So you think it's? I really honestly, I don't think after all this time, I don't think it's that serious no more. I just think they just grew apart at this point.
Man, shit.
Like
yeah.
I think they just grew apart. Like
I mean,
was a nice
Fugees wise, like you'd be happy to get a Prize album. Like you like. Lauryn Hill ain't doing shit. Wyclef, you know what I mean? He probably active.
Wyclef will probably give you one album before the rest of it. I think Lauryn Hill was more like industry kind of thing. I think she got some beef with like contractual. She don't want to do no.
She'll trust the industry.
Yeah, but I think she got like a crazy deal where if she come back, she got to do an album still on Columbia. They like, we ain't letting you up out of there. Like,
yeah, but you know the funny part is like everybody maybe she need to call Jay-Z. Like get everybody else get out of these shit.
Rock Nation. Nah, that Columbia joint, man. She just went 10 million, man. I'm not letting you out.
I'm telling you, man.
Like that's messed up, but that's how they be.
Cam said he ran in the Sony building, smacked grown folks around like they was only children.
So that's what she gotta do.
Like she gotta something gotta come out of that.
You know she got caught in. Haitian Jack. he out the country.
They ain't worried about him. They probably put like the border point at him like, nope. You can't even get across here, dog.
Exactly.
Like, if y'all was the guest right now, 2021, do y'all ever think there will ever be another Fugees reunion album?
No. Nah.
We'll get a Kendrick album before
that. I don't think so.
If it would be, I would be surprised. But crazier things that happen, man.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I would like to hear one. That'd be really, really nice for the industry.
They gonna blame that shit on COVID.
Oh damn.
They probably got, but you know what? They probably got 3 totally different sounds and it won't work. Like you want your album, like Wyclef, like yo, it should sound like this. Lauren's like, well, I sold the most records. It should sound like this. And Praz is like, yo, I just want to rap.
Right.
Yo, when y'all doing the album, just let me know.
Yeah, let me know.
I think they would have to like come back together and like get cool again, like for it to be dope. I think they would have to have some kind of chemistry though. Like I mean, I ain't talking, but they had to have some kind of
like something like that.
If you're just making it like business, then that's gonna be whack. Like yo, let's record an album because they want it.
That's gotta be tough though. Like working with somebody you had a relationship with, like you had sex with and stuff. It's like how you gonna come back?
Trigger word that fuck everything up.
Yep. Well, first of all, I think Lauryn Hill and Wyclef would have to meet separately to get over their joint.
But then the conversation becomes like, do we really need Prize?
you gotta have Pride.
He's part of the Fugees style.
I'm just hearing the conversation. Like while we're here, like do we really need this nigga here?
That'll be whack, yo.
Well, if they do that, they can't call it Fugees. They can call it something else then.
Just drop the S.
Drop the
S. Has any album came out like in the last 10 to 20 years that kind of reminds you of the Fugees, the Score album? Anything give you that kind of vibe?
It got like where it's heavy singles. It has to be like a Drake album, but it ain't on that level. Like I'm just saying, this was a heavy singled album, right or wrong. Yeah. Like the singles carried this fucking album.
Yo,
I didn't think about that. But,
when you said that, the first group came to my name was City High.
Yeah,
I was like,
hey, yo,
because they produced it or something.
No,
just because they two guys.
Wyclef and his cousin Jerry Wonder, they made City High in the splitting image
I didn't know that.
And they had Wyclef and his cousin Jerry
I thought
Wonder
the same
was
damn thing, yo.
That was a split in them and City High, and they had some dope songs, but they just didn't have an album.
They didn't have an album, and they didn't rap.
But who was heavier in the group? The girl.
The girl.
She did her singing.
Yeah.
Yo, but that story is crazy though.
That story wild too. It's like this a little bit.
She messed with one of them in the beginning.
Yes.
And then she left the other one and started messing with the other one. Wow.
Yeah.
She got a baby by one of them.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's like,
she bad though. I don't know why.
They like state property. They weren't really friends. They just put them in the group. Wyclef did that.
Where are they from?
They from Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they from Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
I was thinking like DC area.
And then she kind of went solo, and one of them was like on drugs at one point. He was on like a early reality show, like a drug show.
That's the one she went with.
Yeah, I think that was the first one she left. That's a crazy story.
She was with both of them. Damn. That's the crazy part. Like, who does that?
Yeah, that's some industry.
Yeah.
Like, I like her too. I like her too.
We all
I like all y'all. Like, oh, damn.
Yeah, nothing else. You said Drake. I agree with the City Eye comparison. They just didn't have an album to me. They had some couple singles.
Songs, yeah.
The crazy part, did they have an album?
They had an album. Yeah. They had an album. I heard it. It just wasn't nothing like that.
Shit, it was like the Fugees' first album. It's all right.
It might have been. It was better than Fugees' first album for sure.
The second album was it.
That's not hard.
How has this album aged over the years to y'all? Does it sound dated now when you listen back to it? Does it still sound good?
Not the heavy songs, but
I don't think it sounds old.
This right here is still to me.
I think it dated well.
Dope hip hop album
because they're not talking about a whole bunch of like dated like stuff like they ain't talking about like clothing items or material stuff. Nah. They just talking about subject matter and even like talking about the police and all that. That's still rings.
But the crazy part is the police shit is always gonna be there. It just wasn't. We didn't know about it in detail back then. You know, you had just certain that made national news like Ronnie King and shit like that, but. That shit's always been there. It's always going to be. So, I mean, Marvin Gaye shit sounds like today.
Yeah.
And that's why that's a classic. I love that album. That's one of my favorites.
By saying that's the sad part we're talking about. Like, why is it still going on today? Why we can't change that?
It's crazy.
You know I don't think it sounds dated.
They don't want it to change.
I don't think it sounds dated. The only thing I think that hurt the score, personally, is Miseducation of Lauryn Hill it just kind of like overshadowed it a little bit when it came out. Because it was so big.
Yeah.
But like musically, I like the score still sounds good to me to this day. I just think that Miseducation just
so you basically saying if you think of Fuji, you think of Lauren, of course. So now if you think of Lauren, you think I'm going to listen to her album.
Why waste my time?
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is a good album, but I might
listen to 5 whatever you want to give it songs.
Because if you take Taz's problems with the album,
right?
Okay, well, those is my problems. Y'all might as well just go listen to Lauryn Hill album.
Y'all put it that way, then that's kind of
people feel. I mean, people feel like that, but it's messed up. But that's how it is.
No, but not to discredit, dog. These songs on here, the radio tracks on here. Were dope as fuck, and they're always gonna be dope. Fuji La is always gonna be. Ready or Not is always gonna be. Killing Me Softly is always gonna be. Like if she was to do a versus, she has to play those songs.
Absolutely,
she has to play those songs.
She ain't got to.
Shit.
She ain't got to.
So
if she do, she gonna do one of them. That'd be it.
No, she got to do Ready or Not and Killing Me Softly.
Definitely Killing Me Softly. I want you. I don't think she has to.
So how many songs in Miseducation?
How many you want to go?
I'm asking you how many are on the tracks.
Oh, it's like
13 songs, right?
13 songs.
So they're gonna ask you 25 songs.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? On the verses, right? So she has to do those.
Yeah, she did that. But then she got a couple soundtrack joints too that went to remake joints that
Sister Act.
No, not Sister Act. The Love Jones song was big.
She did got to join on Love Jones.
She got to do a Nas. She got to do the Nas feature.
You got to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So you can take one of them off.
These are, but you know on verses you play your monsters. These are monsters.
You gotta play that.
You gotta play Lost Ones. Dissing Wyclef.
Word.
That's why they can't come back together.
Yeah, exactly.
You got remix that song.
Wyclef got
he got to understand why she felt the way she felt. Come on,
man. You gotta take that on the chin.
You got to.
You know, you got that.
You coming at her on that? You taking her heart and playing with it.
They said X Factor was about Wyclef too.
I think a lot of songs probably was about him. She was hurt, man.
Be so simple.
The best songs are the cheating songs and hurt songs.
Yeah, when you in that
my favorite
space.
song on there is still "Tell Him."
Right?
Tell him my shit.
Yeah, that's a great song. I like that song.
And the joint she did with my man,
Is that about him?
D'Angelo.
Nothing really matters.
Killed it. What?
That's crazy.
Damn, Wyclef made that album, so they got it.
He made that.
Yeah, My Pain made that album.
Thank you, Clef.
That's definitely.
Thank you, Father Clef.
Yeah, if you contributed that, thank you, Wyclef. I appreciate
Father
it.
Clef.
The only thing he had to do was Zion.
Nah, he had nothing to do with that. He had nothing to do with producing that.
Nah, he didn't.
No. I'm just yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit. Damn, Zion, like man, I look like that.
Nah,
right. My beard nappy as shit.
Exactly. They're about to be patchy.
No, please don't. Nah, Wyclef, don't do it.
I do got the pubic
That's a whole
hair
other
beard.
argument. So 25 years later, the score. What's his legacy to y'all?
It's a great album, man.
Classic, timeless. You can play it anytime. It takes you back. It takes me back at the time I remember when I brought it. You know what I mean? And I ain't bought it from the very first time. I think it was a couple of songs off the radio. Maybe like let me go check this joint out. But I like it though.
I can't say I brought it that day, but I definitely had it in '96. So.
I was like Tupac came out the same day. You gonna get Tupac or the Fugees?
No, I probably got both. I was
Probably
buying albums.
no-
Dog.
I don't think I bought either of them the day they came out.
I ain't bought neither.
But I got them at some point.
Yeah.
Well, like I ain't gonna say like a long time after that, but some point.
This is before Circuit City and Best Buy, so this is definitely Music Library scooters.
On
on
a Tuesday.
Yeah.
the
No,
mall,
not there, nigga. If that's a Saturday album. If Music Library let their albums go on Saturdays, so if it dropped that Tuesday, the weekend before, you was able to get.
Okay,
yeah, you can get earlier.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He said that's not like
Yeah.
y'all remember going on Saturday and stuff. Right.
No, you go on Saturdays and pick your albums up.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that shipment come in? Yeah. Selling them
Ain't nothing worse than wasting your dart money on a fucking album and it ain't come out. He ain't have it.
You better call.
You
like, yo,
pissed off.
He got that new
I
album.
walked in that bitch like, you ain't got it yet. Like, nah,
You get tearing things down.
yeah, my
$1.15
$1.15 gone.
Right.
Well, you know what, Taz? I think they all did get paid because they're all listed as executive producers.
No,
on
they
the
are.
album. So because of that, I think they probably did get paid well. Because if you get that credit, you get
getting that credit.
You get extra income.
Not if you owe somebody.
Well, the budget was only $135, so
Not if you owe
That's
somebody.
light. Especially back then.
but you got $1 million videos. You got to recoup all that back.
Yeah.
They got that back. $7 million.
People definitely.
I'd have fabulous the shit out of this album when no video came out.
A lot of people build
Give my money.
estates off this album. Like they got big houses off this joint.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
25 years later, I think this album is a classic to me. It still sounds good. I think it put them on the map, and I think it worked at that time in hip hop because it was different. I think it worked. It was like something different compared to everything else that we loved at that time. It was a different sound. They had their own lane, and it worked. So 25 years later, I think that's why it's dope to me.
Great album, heavy singles, no classic, but it's great. Great album.
I hear that. Ain't no wrong with that. Plus, I like the fact that at that time
There'll never be another Fugees.
never Fugees.
Nah.
It never has been. Like I never
haven't had that since then. Yeah, that's dope.
I don't think nobody even tries to go after that element. Maybe because they
don't want to end like the
want it to end
Fugees.
like the Fugees. Maybe
That'd be a good concert to do, though.
I think it would be a good concept if
Yeah.
it works. If
If it works,
everybody
it
on the
works.
same
But
page.
it's so terrible now. Like, what the fuck can they do? Because I think it's like certain songs she could say the lyrics, but she can't. Like, it's shit
Yeah.
weird, man.
No, I tell you, don't somebody else take that
The formula.
the formula, yeah,
Yeah,
and do something like
yeah.
now. It'd be good, I think.
Well, she could do the chorus in her verse on a lot of the songs. That's a lot.
I'm like, man,
mean,
you
if
fake
she-
Fugees.
I think she probably does that when she performs. I think she probably
gotta
does the
do
hook.
that.
But
Yeah.
right now, it's something with the beats where she
As soon as they drop the
she
beat,
don't-
they switch to the next
Yeah.
song.
No, but she don't be using the same beats, which I don't like. I don't know. If
saw
that's
her live
a
before?
contractual- Never seen Lauryn Hill
I
live.
never seen her live
I
either.
wanted to, and then they canceled the shows.
They said she's never on time.
Came late.
They said like super late.
Never.
I'm going to tell you how bad it is. She's worse than Erykah Badu,
Wow.
timing wise. And Erykah Badu's always late.
I seen Erica.
I seen Lauryn down in Florida.
Oh, you seen both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How late was she in Florida?
Yeah, half late.
Lauryn Hill.
Like, you didn't think she was coming.
Dang. So you ready to leave?
Yeah. Motherfuckers left. Like, yeah.
That's
Sports
late.
Center about to come on. She still ain't on.
You started making other plans.
Yeah, like shit. Where y'all trying to eat at?
Yeah, man, let me get this
And
Uber
then
real
she
quick.
come on.
Lauryn
Lauryn
Hill
Hill, ladies and
walk
gentlemen.
up
You can move up to the front like, hey.
Damn,
She
L
late.
Boogie.
It was her and Nas.
Oh, I wanted to.
That's what I should've
I
went
wanted
to.
to go to that joint.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to
Nas
that
performed
joint.
a lot by himself.
He had to wait.
Like, come on, Lauren.
Yo, Nas, give us another half an hour.
Good thing I got discography.
The score, man. Anything else y'all want to add to the score?
Go listen to it if you haven't.
Yeah, definitely go listen to it.
If anybody never listened to it,
please
go
check that out.
It's definitely a good listen.
You'll see some DNA and some different stuff, that came out afterward. But definitely a dope album, man. Go check it out. It may be a little different from what a lot of people into, but you may like it.
Lauren's super talented. Wyclef is a great mind.
Great talented.
And Praz is a great presence.
Salute to Praz, man. We've been having little jokes and all, but he was part of the group, man. Yeah. So he part of the classic. Yeah, that's a bar. That's another verse. That's a lot. 3 verses from Praz.
Who y'all taking, Praz or Silk the Shocker?
I'm taking Silk. You tripping? Silk had the greatest Soldier song ever.
Oh man,
he had the greatest Soldier song ever.
Give me a bar.
Entertain this.
Give me a bar.
Entertain this.
No, I know.
You got bars all day. Give me a bar about Silk.
I got a Silk bar. I'm not giving it.
Not you. I want his bar.
You got a Silk bar?
I'm a Silk fan. I have Silk albums.
I don't have no Silk. I don't have no.
I can't believe y'all doing something like this.
Hold up. You said it's great, and you actually went and brought Silk the Shocker album.
I brought a lot of shit, dog.
Master P had a lot.
Was you disappointed, or you still liked it? You enjoyed them?
No, he had the greatest Soldier song ever.
I brought Silk the Shocker album too.
He's the greatest Soldier song ever. Like
Soldier.
Like the No Limit Soldier. Remember they all their albums had Soldier songs on there.
I don't know. You tell me something new.
I'm
not a fan.
I'm not answering that question, Sean.
So what's the Soldier song that you talking about? Which one you talking about?
Oh, you can tell I'm a soldier.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That's on win.
And if you ain't a soldier, then what's your problem, bitch? I'm the N-O to the L-I, nigga, I to the T. I'm Silk the Shocker, you better ask me. Nigga, like.
Was he on beat, though? Was he on beat, though?
Hell no.
Yeah, he was.
That's trash.
That's on win, dog.
That's on the East Side.
Y'all like that track. That beat was banging.
The beat was
really you was just too old for City Limits, so you didn't know the song. At City Limits at that time, you weren't going to City Limits, was you?
City Limits, what's that?
Right by Lisa Library.
I went too old.
You went
too old? I didn't go in there. I was just on the other women. That was kids.
That was the time when, like you knew the party's going to be over when the Soldier song came on. Like, when No Limit Soldier came on, West Side's going to tear the fucking club up. It's over.
Okay.
The lights is coming on, and they played it every fucking time.
That's a lot of songs like that. As soon as they play a song, it's supposed to be tear up the club.
No, but it happened every time.
No Limit had a heavy run.
You discredit, you don't fuck with No Limit at all?
Nah, not at all. Nah.
Master P made everybody.
You can't make who? He made who?
He was the blueprint for everything.
Blueprint for who?
Jay-Z.
You want blueprint for this?
No, I'm just
Nas. Biggie.
He talking about entrepreneur.
No, I'm talking about
entrepreneur.
Okay. I seen the story. That was great. I like this story.
I'm not answering that question though, Sean. I'm not comparing no Praz and Silk the Shocker. That's a whole different.
I'm gonna answer it. Give me Praz.
Click.
That's crazy, dog. You take Praz over.
Come on. Shocker got way better songs than Praz though. That's a fact. You can't just if you take away the Fugees. Silk the Shocker
wouldn't be nothing without Master P though.
Easy.
No Limit.
Oh, that's dog. Fucking Jay-Z wouldn't be shit without Jazzo. Like,
no, I mean, but like,
I think I still think Jay-Z would have been him who he is.
Come on,
how dog? He started him rapping.
Disrespectful, Tad.
He started him rapping. Like,
he wouldn't be nothing without Jazzo.
They can't say he helped him out, and I mean, other people helped him out.
How many times
he wouldn't even have his. Listen, first of all, you like Jazzo, but
I like Jazzo.
I do like Jazzo.
Think about
Jazzo's better than Silk the Shocker.
Without Jazzo,
you ain't bumping Hawaiian Sophie.
Without Jazzo, you wouldn't have Jay-Z. His name would be something else.
Oh, okay. That way you put it. Okay, I agree with that.
Jay-Z has changed his styles a lot.
He gave him the influence.
He had to.
He got his name.
That one style, he had to get rid of that one. No.
Then he put out an album. Y'all say, "Yo, Jazzo did his thing on."
I like Jazzo album that came out last year.
Who knocking Jazzo? Jazzo get dope. He's a dope rapper.
I thought Jazzo album was dope last year. I thought it was dope.
He can rap, man.
He can rap for sure. But the Fugees, the score.
Yeah, right. We're back there. We on topic.
Edit all that out.
It happens.
This is with hip hop. This is when you
It
start
goes off
talking,
on
man.
tangents.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
we go off on
this.
tangent. But the Fugees, the score. If you haven't heard that, man, go check that out. Happy 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Man.
Let's
classic,
give it up.
Classic to some,
give
break
it up.
to others.
Give it up.
Whatever you think.
No. Like this shit was heavy. Like,
but yeah, go check that album out. Salute to Praz, Lauryn Hill, Wyclef. man, hopefully all is well with them. But they definitely put their stamp on the game.
They did
with this album,
definitely.
And they started off what was a great year of music, man. So happy 25th anniversary, man. Salute to y'all.
Own the radio.
Yeah, salute to y'all, man. If you're young, definitely go check that joint out.
Another thing, who does that though? Who comes out terrible album and second album is like classic beyond the history?
Well, Tupac Shakur.
You don't get that chance in the industry.
He had 2 terrible albums.
That's true.
Well, a lot of times
that don't happen often. Though.
A lot of times there wasn't no chance in no second chance.
Exactly.
You would be one and done. And they could easily. They lucky.
They're one and done
because they had nothing to give no advance for another album. But maybe the label was like, I see something that y'all better than this.
I already saw
one more shot.
I already saw, but I'm glad.
You know what? Mobb Deep to Infamous.
That's another one.
But they switched labels though. They wasn't allowed from the beginning.
Okay, and they switched the style of it too.
Yeah.
They ain't sound the same on that joint.
Yeah, they grew up.
They grew up.
I used to think Infamous was their first album.
But that's kind of this. I didn't until today. I ain't know about Blood in Reality.
But happy 25th anniversary, y'all. Make sure y'all go check that out. It's Concert Crew Podcast. Make sure y'all go check us out at Concert Crew Podcast. Make sure y'all go download, subscribe. We on all digital platforms. Check out our YouTube page. Subscribe, man. We here. We ain't going nowhere. Yo, Pito, hit me with the fader. We out.